Welcome to Hurstmere School. My name is Mrs. Bayar and I'm proud to be Assistant Principal here at Hurstmere. I have worked at Hurstmere for over 13 years now and this year is unlike any other. The main objective of this presentation is to provide information for parents of Year 7. The following is a list of the areas I will be covering in this presentation. Here are some key dates for your diary, but please bear with us as these dates may change due to the unusual nature of this academic year. Your son has been assigned to a tutor group, which belongs to one of our 4 houses. Here is a list of all the tutor groups and all the form tutors, making up our Year 7 team. Please contact us in one of the following 3 ways. At Hurstmere, we use a range of information from day-to-day teaching and learning and information from assessments to provide an overview of pupil progress. We use the information gathered to inform planning so that pupils' needs are met and they attain as highly as possible. We also use this information to report their progress to you through our tracking report. Along with their grades, you will see their attitude to learning, classwork and homework here. The end of year report does the same, but with more detail. Key pieces are assessment activities that relate directly to the topic being covered and assess how well a pupil has developed knowledge, skill or conceptual understanding and its application. A key piece can be an extended piece of writing, or it can be an end of topic test or a formal assessment. The frequency of key pieces will vary between subjects. Pupils need to attend school regularly. What does 95% attendance mean to you? At first glance, it seems to be a good figure, but it equates to 9.5 days absence, which is 48 lessons and almost 2 weeks of learning missed. The target for every pupil at Hurstmere School is 100% attendance and punctuality. Good attendance will help give your child the best possible start in life. Good attendance is also important in building relationships and friendships in school. The minimum expectation for every pupil is 97% attendance and punctuality. This means that 97% a pupil can have no more than 5 days absence throughout the school year. All medical and dental appointments should be made out of school hours. And holidays in term time are not permitted. At Hurstmere School, we provide every pupil with a planner. As well as keeping important information in the planner, like timetables and dates, the planner can be used as a way of communicating between home and school. Please do check and sign your son's planner as often as possible, with a minimum of once a week. The planner has useful sections within it for use at home as well as in school. For example, there is a section for reflection and a section for target setting. In Year 7, we make up our class groupings using the following information. This year, Key Stage 2 data was not available. However, we were able to use CATS tests, which are a suite of diagnostic assessments that indicate academic potential. Primary school information was available. Also in Year 7, we have one higher ability group followed by 6 mixed ability groups, which are all on the same level. Subjects at the bottom of the screen are set in this way. In different subjects, for example English, Maths and PE, we have 3 separate bands and the subjects are set according to the table on the screen, with a top set followed again by 3 sets in each band, which have been set as set 1, 2 and 3. Hurstmere School has designed its own Key Stage 3 assessment framework. The key principles in the framework include looking at the curriculum and agreeing the knowledge, skills and understanding pupils should achieve at the end of each year, assigning grades or descriptors to each level of competency, and from one tracking period to the next, teachers will use the key pieces of work to assess whether pupils have achieved the criteria for them to have met the expectations and have therefore made sufficient progress from the start of the year. At Hurstmere School, we'll be using grades 9 to 1 to report on assessment and tracking of pupils in Key Stage 3. It is important to recognise that it is not possible to accurately predict GCSE grades for pupils in Key Stage 3 with this new policy. As such, these grades do not represent predicted GCSE grades, but instead provide an indication of how a pupil is progressing in each subject. With regards to tracking progress, it is reasonable for a pupil to achieve the same grade throughout Years 7, 8 and 9. Maintaining a grade across the 3 terms in Years 7 to 9 is a reflection of progress itself due to the increasing difficulty in content, skill and application year on year. Equally, it is reasonable for a pupil's attainment to fluctuate at times. A learning journey is rarely a linear and direct path, as individuals develop core skills at different rates. In all instances, staff will ensure that pupils are aware of how to improve and progress, continuing to liaise with parents and guardians accordingly. How can parents help with homework? You may feel that it is sometimes difficult to help your son with their homework. However, showing that you care and are taking interest is perhaps the greatest help you can give. At Hurstmere School, we believe that effective homework can play a significant role in improving learning and raising achievement. Not only does homework reinforce and support classroom learning, it also helps develop the independence and self-discipline necessary for lifelong success. We hope that homework will develop the skills of independent learning and attitudes necessary for lifelong learning. In general, pupils can expect to be set the equivalent of one 30-minute piece of homework per week, sometimes fortnightly. Some subjects may set homework in the form of a project to be completed over the course of a half term. Up until this academic year, we have used Show My Homework. But this year we have launched Microsoft 365, and with that comes Teams for homework to be set on. As I mentioned earlier in this presentation, as a school we are using Microsoft 365 platforms. It is new to us, and for that reason there is a video on the website on how to use the various functions that it has. I'd like to finish my presentation by saying it was a real privilege to welcome your son to Hurstmere School at the start of September. Since then, I have enjoyed meeting your sons in school, at the gate at Pen Hill, and on the playground. But most of all, I have enjoyed watching them take part in the sports afternoon and listening to them rehearse in the choir. Thank you for listening to this presentation. I hope I have been able to provide you with the information you need to support your son during his first year at secondary school.